Hi, welcome to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked in the description box just below this video. How are you today? Welcome to a Yarn and Yarns Extra. Just a little bit of a chat today, I think. It's Tuesday, maybe the 7th, something like that, of April. Do you find that you're losing track of what day it is, what time it is, what month it is? It's weird, isn't it, when you're not in your normal routine? You keep track of those sorts of things. Maybe you are still in your normal routine, and are you finding the days are dragging, or is it just as easy to keep track as it always has been? I actually wasn't going to make a video today. Didn't feel particularly inspired to sit in front of the camera after my morning at work. I'm really grateful for people who've been contacting me, asking me to give them details of stuff that I have in stock at the shop. I'm hoping to do a post office run on Thursday, but because I don't have a website, it's fairly labour intensive at the moment. When people ask me, do I have this, do I have that, I'm messaging backwards and forwards, sending photos, popping to the shop to get those photos while I'm out on my sort of daily excursion out of the house. So yeah, all just seems a little bit strange at the minute. And I had quite a full morning this morning doing bits and pieces, work related admin stuff, as well as chatting to people about the good stuff and the projects they want to make. And yeah, I came home, I was feeling a bit lacklustre, a bit energyless, and so I wasn't really very inspired to sit and chat to you today. But in the end, it's quite a nice late afternoon here. It's getting on for somewhere like 4:15, 4:30, I think. And I now feel inspired to grab some stuff and do something. So last night I was sitting and working on my storm shawl, which is a pattern by Hohi Locatelli, and I chatted about it on yesterday's vlog. I added some extra rows and I started to bind off, and I had about 30 stitches left at the end of the bind off, and I ran out of yarn. I knew that was a possibility because I was winging it, and I think I mentioned that in the episode yesterday. But I kind of got it into my head that I was going to work on that project till it was finished. In fact, I had to rip back a whole cast off, was kind of holding me up. I actually sat and did that this afternoon, and it didn't take that long, and I'm now back to casting off. So that project should be finished today, which is really exciting. But the ripping back of that project, just the cast off row and one other row, got me thinking about some other things that are hanging around in my projects pile, and also just generally I found a bag in my craft room the other day that needed sorting out. I think I mentioned I'm trying to tidy and reorganise my craft room, and I've done the lion's share of it now, but I'm down to the bags of bits. Do you have those in your house? I think anytime I go around on a sort of tidying up and clearing up and sorting out frenzy, I end up with a pile of stuff that I'm not quite sure what to do with, or one bit needs to go upstairs and the other bit needs to go in the kitchen, or you know, just random things that pile up and need to go into different places in the house, and I end up just shoving them all in a bag and tucking them away somewhere rather than actually dealing with them. So yeah, I've got to that section of of the room now, all the bits and pieces that need going through. One of the bags I found in that bits and pieces corner is this lovely bag that my friend Lisa sent me, no skein, no gain. And in here is lurking an old project, which was meant to be a crocheted tunic, and I started trying to put this together, and the neck was just ridiculously wide, so I just shoved it back in a bag. This needs frogging, so I think I'm actually going to try and sit and do that today. And I also have one other project that I'm going to frog, which is quite a recent one, again a crochet project, but a recent one, and that is my open grids sweater. And I have decided that although I really like how this yarn has worked up, and I do quite like the pattern, I'm admitting to myself that I'm never going to wear this. So this needs frogging as well. So I'm going to spend an hour, maybe two, trying to get these projects under control and back into yarn form so that I can repurpose this yarn for something else. So my question for you today is, do you have projects like this hanging around? Are you really good when it comes to frogging things? If you decide a project isn't working for you, just sit down and rip off the band-aid and do that straight away? Or do you do like me and shove things in a bag and hope they'll go away? Until one day you realise that you won't, and this is perfectly lovely, usable yarn. And you need to do something about that. Let me know in the comments below. If you're like me and have bags of stuff that needs to be fixed or sorted or frogged, tell me what you've got. You should know me by now. You know I'm nosy and I like to hear about these sorts of things. So confess below, what projects have you got lurking in the naughty corner or the to be frogged corner? And do you fancy sitting with me for a while and getting that satisfaction of ripping these projects out? Feel free to grab your projects and frog along with me. The open grid sweater is no more. There's still a bit of work to do on that because these yarns were all held double, so I need to separate them some more, but I figured that would be easier to do once I had unwound the sweater. Sorry about my random sock in the background there. The other sweater has not yet been touched, but I think it's time to call it a day and go inside. It's now past 5 o'clock and the sun has disappeared behind a whole bank of clouds. So yeah, have you been inspired to frog a project or dig a project out of the naughty corner and fix your mistakes? Let me know below. Until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.